Hi everyone, I hope you are having a great day today. I've finished the collage of the lighthouse that I painted in the short video last week for you. And it was a lot of work. It took me many hours, and I filmed most of it and condensed it down so you can see how I did it. I hope that you will like this video, and I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. And I just want you all to know that I appreciate you watching, and have a great day. So there's two ways to tear the paper. You can tear the paper so that you don't see any white, and that's by coming underneath, and you see this part has no white showing. You see that? I'm just going to rip that across so you can see. So this one has no white. I'll hold it up against that. You see there's no white. However, the part that I was ripping against has that white edge to it. And that's terrific for when you want to represent waves, because it almost looks like the lips of the waves on the ocean and the foam and so forth. So that's a great way to get your watery look when you put that against a blue, or I put that against a dark blue. You start to see that beautiful watery kind of shape. I've drawn lines to give me a center of where the lighthouse will be and where the ground meets the sea. So if I put that over here, and then I'm going to take this off, and now I'm just going to work on the sky. So now what I've done is try to duplicate the colors that are in the lighthouse in the watercolor by ripping out pieces of paper that would resemble those colors. I will be using those as the reflection in the water. So you see here, this will go upside down, and the door will be reflected. And then this part, I used deeper reds, and those will go, over the water in that way, and then the top will come down, and so on and so forth. I don't think we'll have the very top of it, although I might go up that high and we might get some of the very top, but at any rate, we'll get the reflection in the water of the red part of the lighthouse and the white part. And I wanted to do this by using these papers to create that effect. it's time to put the Lighthouse on, and I'm using Nuvo rather than the Mod Podge decoupage paste, because this holds better with the thick watercolor paper. I just spread it on thinly. This watercolor paper is 300, so it's pretty thick and it won't stay down with just a light brushing. You really have to put this stronger glue on it, and make sure you get it all the way to the edges so you catch your edges, and move quickly because it's going to dry really fast. And I think that's pretty good. All right, here we go. So I'm going to place that right there on the horizon and hold it until it dries. It dries really fast, so just keep it in place till it dries well. And if you miss a corner or an edge, you just go back and lift it up a little bit and stick a little bit more glue under it. Now, the reason I wanted to get this on is because I have to put on the reflection of the lighthouse. So here what I'm doing is trying to make a matching watery looking lighthouse. And I'm just kind of ripping pieces out that match in color but also have some bluish watery colors in them as best I can. Oh, that one's a little small. Yeah, so that'll work. So I'm gluing those together using the lighthouse as a guideline. And then when I flip it and put it under this way, it will be the opposite of the lighthouse, but it'll look more watery. Okay, so again, I'm trying to fill in these colors, and then I'm going to play around with them after I get this filled in, just to get my background going here. And always go over the top of it again if I don't like it. When you come to the edge like that, you're going to have to trim it. Be careful, because when you put glue down and you pull it up and there's glue underneath, it can pull the paper off like I just did. But again, you can always go over that later. So I want to line up that edge. So working off the horizon, my horizon is at 4. You can hopefully see this. Oops, let me get this up a little bit. So my horizon is at 4. As you can see, I've got it at 4. So I'm looking at this blue ridge that's right here, made out of this paper. And I'm measuring, we're 4 inches, so then I want to go to number 8 and make that the top of that ridge, like this. And that'll be about where that lands. So I've laid out that piece. Now I'm copying this piece that's partially behind the lighthouse. And again, it's that same paper. I'm tipping it in a different way, and it's a little bit lower. I'm just bouncing it off this other one here. Now these don't look as great in the middle right now, but once I lay all the others across it, it's going to start to flow together. And I'm trying to match up that piece. So here I go. There we go, and it's going to go in the opposite direction. So it's just basically, I mean, this doesn't have to be precise, because as you're looking at the water, it's not going to be precise, but it's going to be close, right? So you're starting to see the reflection coming through. This is about 3.5 inches that way, so I measured 3.5 inches this way. I'm kind of getting that. Now, don't worry if you have little wrinkles, because if you do, they're going to smooth out. Another one of the pieces here, this piece right here. So I'm just still trying to fill in these blanks as best I can. Getting it as close as possible to the reflection. Now every so often you'll see a little piece that didn't get nailed down properly. So just stick your brush under there and put a little glue. And now I'm just putting in these little mountains over here. Upside down mountains. Right there. Just take. Okay, so as you can see, I'm moving along here, and pretty soon I'm going to be able to add the lighthouse, the upside down lighthouse, which is right here, with some of the blues in this area. And we have that. I don't want to go too light because we're in the ocean now. So I don't want to go too light, but I want to reflect some of that turquoise that's at the top. putting some decorative stuff around the base of the lighthouse. Now I've added pressed flowers, and I am going to try to make the reflection using a photocopy of the pressed flowers and then flipping it on the computer, flipping it upside down, and here you see it. This is the final product here. A close-up. And I hope you had a great time watching this.